Representative Murphy, thank you for joining us and taking the time to be interviewed.
Thanks for having me.
What do you do for a professional career, and can you share a little bit about your life outside the Capitol?
I'm a registered nurse. I moved to the Twin Cities shortly after college. I worked in a hospital in Wisconsin first in Marshfield, but came here to work at the University of Minnesota because the one thing I hadn't learned to do in Marshfield was transplants, and they had a large transplant service here. So I was lucky to work in the operating room in the University of Minnesota hospital and clinic, where I learned to do liver transplants and pancreatic transplants and kidney transplants and take care of Minnesotans who were in serious need of regenerative medicine. So I practiced nursing in Minnesota, both in the hospital and then worked for the Minnesota Nurses Association for a real long time, working on health policy and nursing policy. And in that way, thinking about how we take care of people, which comports with the code for nursing. And I teach now at St. Kate's outside of the legislature in the School of Nursing there, which is it's a great pairing with the work that I do here.
Now, with 2014 being the governor's so-called Unsession, what do you think that means in terms of you and leadership and what you hope to get accomplished, especially in a shorter session?
Well, I think, there are a few things on our plate, obviously, for this session. This is the year where, I hope that we're able to pass a capital investment bill so we can tend to our infrastructure in Minnesota, and I believe it's really important that we pass a minimum wage. And the governor has started talking about the Unsession very early last year. And I think, for me, that means we should do our best to make our government in Minnesota work the best for the people of Minnesota. And we can always do a job at making it work better. And I think that's his intention, and that's our intention as well.
What do you see as the hardest part of being a legislator?
I think the hardest part is finding a path forward so we can make progress on the things that are important for Minnesotans. And that could, be as large as the budget or as small as a bonding project in a district. It takes 201 legislators to make a decision. It takes all of those votes, people considering those issues. And, while often people think about politics and they get sort of a sour stomach, I think Minnesotans understand that the work that we do here is complex. And it really takes open minds and a willingness to work our way through thorny issues together to reach a conclusion that is the best for people and best for our future. And that is never easy work, but it's really satisfying when we're successful.
From a leadership standpoint, what is the most difficult aspect of running a caucus or managing the operations of an organization such as the House?
Well, the House is an organization like, lots of organizations or businesses that we're familiar with. And there's, the day-to-day operations of this place that are important. And I'm participating in making sure that we're, we've got good staff and they're well compensated and prepared to do their jobs because they're important for the people of Minnesota. Managing a caucus is like managing a really big family or a large staff meeting, lots of personalities and various issues that we need to work our way through in a finite amount of time. So it takes some time management and human relationships and interactions there. But I love the work. I grew up in a really large family. I like the dynamic of a large group of people. I like working with people who have worked hard to get elected because they believe that they have a role in shaping our future, and they're going to work really hard to do that. It inspires me every single day. So while sometimes a caucus can be long and dry and complicated, I know it's serving a larger purpose, and that's important to me, and it's important that we do it well.
What do you see as the biggest challenge the state will face in the next 10 years?
Well, we have a number of issues. One that I think is on the top of minds for people is our transportation system across the state of Minnesota. It's in need of some upgrade and repair to make sure that people and businesses can do the work that they need to do to see their families or to move goods and services and to make sure we're meeting our population needs of the future. But I also think more pressing than that is the fact that we have an aging population. They live all over the state of Minnesota. More elderly people are going to be living in sparser communities in greater Minnesota, and they're going to need services delivered there. So we need to make sure our hospitals and nursing homes and assisted living facilities are well placed. We're also going to see baby boomers retiring, and we're not going to have the same number of people ready to take those jobs. And that's going to be a challenge for both our job market, for our employers, and for our economy. And it means continued investment in education and paying attention to where our economy is growing and changing and preparing people for those jobs. And there'll be lots of competition in the future for employees. And Minnesota is known for its ability to prepare an educated and productive workforce, and that's going to be one of our winning points in the future, one that we need to maximize. And that's the big challenge for us into the future.
Last question. If given a chance, who would you like to be for a day, or who would you exchange roles with?
Well, this might be, it might be a little past tense, but I would have loved to have been in the shoes of Hillary Clinton when she was the Secretary of State, and just seeing the world through that lens and all that she learned. I think that would be fascinating, but honest to goodness, I am so happy doing what I'm doing that I really wouldn't want to trade it away right now.
Well, thank you, Representative Murphy, for talking to us and doing this interview with us.
Yeah, thanks for having me.